Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is G. You're watching Allastrology, and I'm doing something a little bit different. This is just pure me. Number one, I'm going to explain this in a minute, but just hear me out in the first part. You'll get it once you listen to the rest. Number one, my health. That's a huge factor for me. Huge factor. I'm not the kind of person that likes to focus on the hard times for myself. That's just who I am. In my mind, that does me no good. In my mind, focusing on what I can do, focusing on the more positive side of things. I truly am a believer in what I focus on, I create. So, my health. Without going into too much detail, I've talked about my eyes in the past in the videos and the stress and the headaches, the migraines daily, like 3 days in a row of migraines. But that's in addition to the other constant pain I am in, whether I'm awake or asleep, sitting down, laying down, whatever my position is in. So just keep in mind, health is the number one factor for me. Okay. Number two, there's my mom. Lots of phone calls every day to help her stay focused, to help her to just navigate through her day. And yeah, phone calls with caregivers and with, referrals and, all that hot mess of crap nobody wants to deal with, right? There's that too, which is a huge part of it. Number three, studio time and the equipment. I don't own a laptop. I'm recording on a laptop. This is not mine. The room I'm in is not mine. It's the only room that's got a door where it's private, where it's set aside. It's a shared time. Anytime anybody's got to do something online in terms of a meeting or a recording, it's done in this room. So I have to always balance and navigate number one and number two with number three. You follow? Number four, the tech nightmares. The editing, once I've recorded a video, the amount of time I spend more time editing a video that I have already recorded. I'm not sure if you know what that means, but it's a lot of time. Tech nightmare. There's always some crap seems to be going on. I don't need to show you my chart to explain it, but if you saw my chart, you would understand it. That would require that you know how to read a chart, right? Absolutely. You can always come by Saturday night and we can go through that. I'm there, available, love for people to learn. Love it. And then not to mention, if you put up a video on YouTube, like the most recent video I put up, I first put it up into there, uploaded it, and it got a copyright. It didn't get a copyright strike because YouTube finally has this cool system figured out where they will copyright you before you actually publish, so you don't actually get a copyright strike. Well, what happens when you get a copyright strike? You got to take that stuff and re-edit it. You got to re-edit it, or you can fight it, which I wanted to do because what I was using was not copyrighted material. It was copyright-free material. Anyway, long story short, it's just more time. You follow? Number five. This one is a big one. This one for me is huge because there's in terms of things being hidden and in terms of me possibly not commenting or sharing or not being aware and not seeing the reality and what's hidden. My mental health and well-being is a big deal. Right. That could go under the first one, but that's not even what I was talking about in the first one. I was talking about the physical pressures and stress and literally pain, chronic pain. Anyway, you get where I'm going. But in response to, like while I'm doing astrology, especially the current astrology, I mean, in 2019, when this channel began, the chart that I created my astrology course on was the United States chart. It was knowing the birth, the rebirth we were going to be going through. You follow? So for me, doing a video and trying to keep focused on just the energy that is present and speaking about it in the most logical, balanced, rational way without getting myself too involved and too upset, which has been very, very difficult for me to do. Especially in the last 4 or 5 months. I mean, honestly, it's been very, very, it takes a lot of work and restraint to, uh, yeah, to handle the amount of emotions. And so the kind of the last thing I want to mention here is the YouTube comments that are hidden, comments that the viewer will never see. These are comments that YouTube automatically flags and spams. So literally on the YouTube in the studio, there is a spam section for comments. And they automatically go there if it is a comment that has like 0 engagement, which is how they trigger it. That's how they flag it. Meaning that comment was made by somebody who watched a super small percentage of the video, which means they didn't even watch the whole video, let alone enough of it to be able to respond in a way where they heard enough of the information to actually form a rebuttal, an opinion. They didn't hear out what the video was about, right? So, that's your keyboard warriors. They hear one thing or they read a title and they're responding already, right? So, yeah, we kind of want to make sure we're not being that kind of a person. So now, with all of that said, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what I really want to say. What I also didn't mention in number 5 is in terms of watching my response and toning it. It's not to hide things other than to stop myself from every other word being an F word. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, those are the things I'm restraining myself from, right? So here is a comment, a hidden comment that you will never see. This is a hidden comment. It was flagged by YouTube. I so badly wanted to pin it and respond down below, but instead I thought, no, this is a person who didn't watch the whole video. They watched actually a very small percentage of the video. So I thought this might help viewers if they don't have a YouTube channel. If you don't know, it might help you to understand why it's important to, well, not get flagged, because your comment won't get read. You won't get found. And I don't know how I happened to find this one, but because I don't normally go looking through the spam. But here's one I went through, found, and it's a person who watches the channel. I think, I've seen them in the Starry Night Live. So I want to share what their comment was. And so just so you know, it was this comment, which is why I created this response video. And so you've already heard my response. Now here's their comment. G, I see why you are posting more of your content days before anything happens. It is weird that everything you say always happens 5 days before the date you put it out. You are on point, but have yet to see the hidden. Your predictions are being masked to cover the behind the scenes entities. Can you see the witch hunts in a chart? Question mark. Or maybe it's not only me that sees it. These alien, in all caps, this part, these alien entities are real people acting like ghosts. Now we go to the regular part. FBI, meaning it's not in all caps. FBI bullcrap exclamation point. By the way, Kash Patel is one of those demons. All caps is the word demons. I know you don't believe me, but it's okay. Just wanted to put this out. So everything that I had to say, the response I gave in the beginning, was me addressing the points in that comment, that I felt needed to be addressed. As far as, all the other stuff, anybody can equally make an argument against that. And that's not what I'm here for. And honestly, I think to have a developed intellect is way more important than to share everything that flows through your brain, because the way energy works is like attracts like. That is how it works. So if you're not operating on a higher intellectual level, you are going to draw to you the lower beings and things. And I made a decision a very long time ago, a conscious decision, well aware. I don't want to be in touch with the entities, with the entities that are faking, that are being, they're like ghosts, with demons. Like, I stopped ghost hunting a long time ago. And that was one of the reasons, only one of the reasons. So you may want to, because you know who you are, you may want to think about some of the things that I said here, especially in response to you assuming why it is that I post videos 5 days before the energy, why I'm putting up videos. Yeah. So just keep in mind that as a YouTuber, it would be to my advantage to have videos up weeks in advance. And that's truly what I want, to have videos up weeks in advance. But because of all the things I've listed, there's just a lot more that goes into it, a lot more. And it has nothing to do with your opinion of me, whether I am yet to see the hidden, and that my predictions are being masked to cover the behind the scenes entities. That comment makes it sound as though I work with the behind the scenes entities. You're the one communicating with them, my friend. You're the one communicating with them. Keep that in mind. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.